I don't think very many people are discussing this law firm. This lawsuit that's been filed by Stephen Miller's firm, American First Legal Foundation, against the Chief Justice and also the administrator of the courts. And basically what they're saying is it's guised under a Freedom of Information Act request. But within that lawsuit, they're making the claim that this judicial conference, which comes up with administrative rules and also with ethic rules,
right,
that should be run by the executive, since it's subject to the American Administrative Procedures Act.
Right.
My concern is that if the Chief Justice is supposed to be represented by the Department of Justice, that they walk in and confess the motion.
It's an interesting point. I mean, the agency is, I mean, the head of the agency is the Chief Justice by law, by statute. And you're right, they do, create the ethical guidelines and the rules under which our courts operate. So Stephen Miller is saying, no, I get to run this show?
Yeah, that's basically, it's in the body, because what happens is they're claiming they're looking for paperwork because of how some of the senators, White House, is raising hell about the ethics related
to the judicial conference, yeah.
Right. And how they came, and so they're requesting to know how about this decision-making came into place. And within it is a paragraph saying that courts only, all they do is deal with litigation.
Right.
That they're not supposed to, since this is subject to the APA rules, the executive should be running it.
Yeah.
So I think people really need to keep an eye on this.
Yeah, this is a quasi-independent agency that was, I believe it was created by Congress, wasn't it? The judicial
right, but how many
conference?
Of the quasi-agencies? Right, but how many of the quasi-agencies are being taken over? Right.
No, that's my point. Is the argument that Miller and his group are making is that because Congress created this, Congress creates these agencies and then hands them off to the executive branch and says, you administer them, you write the checks for them, things like this. And I'm not sufficiently familiar with the genesis, the creation of the Judicial Conference to know if it was specifically set up under Article 3 or Article 2. Victor, I'm sorry, I just don't know the details on this. I am familiar with the lawsuit that you're talking, or the filing that you're talking about. We'll just have to wait and we'll see what happens, see how it shakes out. Victor, thank you for the call.